Okay, what am I up to now? So today starts lightly. I'm going to start building a Vardo Gypsy wagon on this trailer. There has to be, I'm going to cut this off because the trailer is going to cover all of that. This is going to be a unique structure. It's kind of a camping, seasonal sort of a Vardo wagon, Vardo. Check it out. There's quite a few pictures and videos of people that have built those. But what I have to do, cut that off, and over there, can you see that? Is a whole bunch of metal. So I'm going to take this and that and take it to the recycling on this trailer because I don't have any other trailers anymore. So I'll load all that, take it to the recycling center, and I'll be back. And we're going to start the Vardo. It's going to be built so that it actually can just slide right off the trailer if wanted, or leave it on. I'll bolt some of it down for travel purposes, but whenever somebody wants to take it off, if they want to. And by the way, it's going to be for sale. If you're interested in research Vardo, it's a cute little travel. It's sort of a roughing it travel trailer, you might say, but it's going to be full of character. I'll get into showing you a design of what it's going to look like in a little while, but for now, I've got to go cut all of the, I've got to cut this off. So I'm going to get onto that. Okay, Kaya, plug your ears. We got 1.5 inches of rain last night, and it's still sprinkling this morning. Hopefully I don't get zapped. Huh. Wonder if it detected wetness. Tripped the breaker. All right. I guess that's the first piece of metal I'll load on the trailer. I moved inside just for a minute. I wanted to just explain what we're doing with the Vardo Gypsy wagon. So I'm not a freehand artiste by any means, but the roof of a Gypsy Vardo wagon is going to be something like that, where it's kind of like the old Conestoga wagon sort of kind of look. The side walls will be sloped. Oh yeah. And what I'm going to do with so that this can sit on the trailer, and it'll have the ability to just slide right off onto a frame somewhere if that was wanted. I wanted to put some boxes on the outside for storage from the outside, and the trailer will be, at this point, it'll be 8 feet 6 inches out there. So the frame trailer would be under that with the wheels and everything. So, and then there'll be a door. Then of course, it'll be big enough for me. I do stick figures, okay. Not really even okay. So actually what I want to do is I have a template started over there. I'll show you that briefly, how I arrived at that. And then I'm going to set it up with it cut out to full scale. So let's go over and look at the template that I'm making. This is for the gable end. This represents 1/4 or half of each gable end. It's going to be a mirror image, so I just need one as a template. Then I'll cut 3 more. to match this, and then they'll be identical when we come to put it up. So what I didn't really freehand it. I started with the tape. I just hooked on down in that corner and started over here, and I drew a pencil line coming over. I wanted to make the roof so that it gradually came and then got steeper. So then I ended up putting a screw here to make a steeper outside part. So after I got that, I need to make the definition between the wall and the roof. So there's going to be a subfascia right here. So the roof will come right down here onto a drip edge so that the water will shed out. I'm going to make the walls just out of a 2x4 ripped. I'm trying to keep, again, everything light. I don't want it heavy. It's going on a snowmobile trailer that will hold about 2,000 pounds. So that's my goal, is to stay under that. So we're going to rip these at 1.5 inches out of a 8-foot 2x4. And so this roof, the wall, is coming in at about a 9-degree angle. So it tapers down. It'll be about 6 feet wide at the base, and it'll come up to about 8 feet wide at the top. I'm also, let's see if I can give you a look over here. On the outside, I want a storage box to come up and have a little roof here that will lift up to store things on the outside of the building. So we're really doing this just for character, to tilt those walls, because that's kind of how the Gypsy Wagon Vardos were made. So that's what we're going to do. I'll finish marking this out. It's going to be about 2 feet high, and then there'll be a roof out here. So that's the first thing. I'll cut this one as a template, probably set it up so you can see half of one, and then I'll bring some more plywood in, and we'll make another one. All right, this part is actually structural. I'm making the box outline for outside of the Vardo. And so I came up here, I think it was 30 inches, 32 inches. And I'm making it so that it's a 6/12 pitch for the roof. So I'm going to leave this on because this is going to add to the stability of the Vardo on the trailer. So I'm going to cut here and cut down through there to this subfascia. This cutoff, in turn, will turn around and come along in here, and then I'll trim it as necessary. I don't know what that'll be until I cut that. The first official cut of the Vardo wagon. It's about 8, inside will be, by the way, 6 feet, and it'll be 10 feet deep, so 60 square feet of floor space. As it gets higher, that space increases, just to say it. Should be, I think I have it all figured out this time, maybe. Ta-da! So this piece will sit, the angle will match well. I'll be cutting that off right there. I want this to be at a 90 degree. Okay, so I think I need to cut. Initially I'm thinking, wow, that would look really slick to have that angle. But I think that'll make me too wide for over the road. So if it wasn't, I was going to leave it on. Yeah, I'd be too wide. So I'm going to trim that back so it's at a 90 degree angle straight up. Then we'll have the character there. That's going to be really nice. came out here just quickly to show you what we're dealing with for a maximum width, because the Vardo will fit inside of this metal. And inside to inside is 8 feet 5 exactly. So I'm going to leave it short, probably a 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch for wiggle room, just so it will for sure fit on here. Let's go back inside. So I can go for half of one. If we have 8 feet 5, we cut that in half. That's 4 feet 2 1/2. So I made this, the part that I'm going to cut so that it's a 90-degree angle. I came out another 2 inches so that we're 4'2". I'll draw a straight line up there. And then we're going to add a 1/4 inch luan, basically, is what I'm going to use for sheathing. I think that'll stay there. I'm not convinced. I think I got it. Yeah. Good. So we're just keeping that little sliver. I'll cut that off so that we can use this as a template. And then I have to cut the, well, why don't we cut the roof right now? Good thinking. Where this subfascia is going to be, it needs to extend in the thick to the depth this side of the plywood. So I'm going to cut that out and then cut the roof line. Now I'm just cutting that little piece that goes down at the bottom. And that worked perfectly. So now that completes 1/2 of one gable end. So we have everything cut, mostly. You know what, actually, I guess I need to mark for the roof where the rafters are going to go before I bring in any more plywood and cut them. Okay, I've calculated all of the rafters that are going to go on. There'll be this that has to be a certain length, 12. It'll be 12 feet long. So there's a subfascia here, and then the first rafter at this angle, here, here, and here, so that when we put the two halves together, this one will be doubled. The reason I placed this one is that from this point, following the roof line, it's 4 feet to the center of this one. So when I put the roof sheathing on, it's going to be 1/4 inch luan, again, for lightness, as well as it's not a lot of, I wanted to be able to bend it. So that was like the best possibility. So now I'll notch these out, and then we're ready to do the other template. All right, let's do the other half. So now all I have to do is outline. One thing I didn't do was check, where'd my 2x4 go? Make sure that they go in each slot. Perfect, 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 perfect. I didn't mention, but this is 3/4 inch plywood. For the gable ends, I wanted it really strong, stout. Ain't no doubt. Let's do some cutting. Tape measure. Glasses and earmuffs. Get that sawdust off. It's much lighter when you cut all those pieces off. There. So there will be these 2-inch little addition pieces on the side to finish out that. So obviously, I mean, this is huge. Looks pretty big. I wonder if anybody else would fit in this. Let's go check. There's nothing tiny about this. Vardo, Gypsy Wagon. I mean, look, Chad's here. I'm here. It fits. It makes me feel like there's a lot of room in here. So I wonder if Dan would fit in here as well. Let's go see if I can find him. Hey, Dan, you out here? 3 of us, and we easily fit inside of this tiny house. Amazing. I wonder if there's room for a dog. Let's see. Kaya, where are you? Okay, Kaya has agreed. I smell Dan. Okay, I smell Chad. Here we are. Look at the camera, smile. 3 men and a dog? What more could you ask for, right? Okay, now let's get back to some serious building. Say goodbye. All right. And I spent all that time figuring out the gable ends and the width so that I would know where to put the floor. I had mentioned I'm going to make it so it can slide right off the trailer if wanted. It's going to sit on, there'll be a sheet of plastic, and then there'll be just OSB on the bottom, and then 2 inches of foam and 5/8 tongue and groove Advantech on the floor. So, and then I'll do a perimeter all the way around of 2x, so there's something meaty to grab into. Well, let's get at it. And plastic. I think I'll start on this end. By the way, I leveled the trailer so it's all set. In making the base for the floor, I'm going to outline completely with 2x4s. They have to be 2 inches thick. So I've got to rip a bunch. I think the cutoffs I'll be able to use in other places. It's a little bit odd because the overall width is 8 feet 5 inches to the inside. The OSB is only 4 feet wide, so I end up with about 5 inches of play, or 2.5 on each side. I'm not going to worry about insulating that out there too much. I want to make sure the formwork is right on to hold the insulation. So that'll just be kind of a build out there. And I want to stagger these joints because we're 10 feet long. Then I'll just put 2 small pieces. I won't bore you with this. I'm just going to center everything and get it all situated. Then we'll be right back. And this will be the one that'll fill in this. Okay, so that's the start, that's the bottom. I'll run 2x4s all the way around and secure that. Then I can put insulation inside, and we'll have a 2-inch foam floor heated. or insulated, not heated. Heat is extra. Okay, let's put some 2x4s on. I finished outlining the whole framework with ripped 2x4s, are 2 inches thick. So now we can set in the insulation, which is 2 inches thick. Kaya wanted to be outside the pen for a little bit, so I just left her on a leash just for a change of scenery for her. So I've already cut these. Hopefully they fit. Very nice. Okay. What a beautiful summer day. Very nice. This will support the floor system, the Advantech, and I'll run screws all the way through to catch the OSB underneath to hold it down. Wow, that's a really nice fit. So I had one odd piece left over of, it's the same R values, just this is it's a high density board. It's made to go under foundations, under concrete slabs. All right, good. So now I'll start putting the Advantech on from this end so that I'm staggering over those joints. So I don't know, I hardly ever use this stuff. Everybody brags about it, so I'm going to try it. It's supposed to be weatherproof and all that for a period of time. Okay. Good. Well, let's see what happens. I'm going to screw down the perimeter with 2-inch screws. I'll first do the corners. Get that right. Very nice. Curious to see how many comments I get about no glue. It's absolutely true. No glue. Sheet number 2. How do you do? I'm going to get pinched. Okay. I hate tongue and groove, actually. Oh, hate is such a strong... Whoa, that actually went in easy. I love tongue and groove. Isn't that what I said? Let's get a pounding, bludgeoning instrument. First time on the floor. Oh, that feels pretty solid. Okay, I'll rip this sheet in half. All right. So it's actually, even, you lose some in coverage because the sheets aren't, when you put them together, they're only like 47.5 when you count the tongue and groove. So you lose a 1/2 inch. So I'm actually, this is a piece I'm keeping. It's 24 3/4. Whereas if it was a square edge sheet of plywood, you'd be a full 4 feet. Let's see what happens. A battery is what happens, and I need my earmuffs and safety glasses. And we have a floor. Woohoo! You know, it would just really be magical is if you pick this up and just gave it a quick shove and it fell in. Any bets on it? Me neither. Okay, I'll start on one end. Look at that. Woo! Okay. That was relatively easy. Okay, I'll screw that down. Well, to close out this video, I'm going to try. It'd be nice to have two people doing this, but let me get it started. Get this party started. I wanted to at least in this video get one gable end up so you could get a feel for what it's going to look like. So I'll just start some screws. So I'm putting this on the back of the trailer. That's going to actually be the back. The entry will be on the front near the hitch. I've seen a few done that way with the porch or deck out there, and I like it. It's a good use of space. Okay. Hernia, anyone? Let's see. Oh, I got the basketball hoop in the way. And just balance. There we go. Hey, I'm up there. Whoop. Hey, I got it. This will be the heaviest thing that I have to lift alone. So that's good. I'll go get the other one. Pull my pants up. I'm gonna lose my hat. Good save. I might just go up on top. They're not even. I want to get something just to stabilize that a little bit. Yeah, that's great. This should be out of the way till I get things secured. Okay, so this is actually the back. This is where there'll be a bed back here. And I'm working on the layout for the bathroom, shower, and sink. I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy it as a unit. Boxio, B-O-X-I-O. Pretty sure that's what I'm going to use. That'll save a lot of space. And I haven't quite settled on this kind of bed yet. Working on that. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this. The next video should have more done, I would guess, if it goes well. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Hey, hit the like button and leave a comment if you don't mind. And share it. And what's the other thing? Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Okay. See you later. Thanks.